Fellow Sierra Leoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Olayinka Blyden, and this na my 30th audio in my ongoing series of broadcasts to the people of Sierra Leone. We go call this audio 030. My people, then today May 3rd, 2021. And today mark 1 year to the day when they arrest a 19-year-old pikin in this country. Arrest them and detain them for 20 days in this country. People pikin, 19 years old. For 20 days, they arrest them in this country because he care food go for me na CID. Una go remember say, I don't explain how they arrest me driver, they arrest me personal assistant, even up to me motorcar. Then they harass and threaten all the one the way they work for me na my office and na my house. So all man in the afraid. But some young Sierra Leoneans then they way I don't mentor over the years. That then come together and decide say we not go left Mommy Blyden. Make we arrange let one pa we go left food for na CID. So now so then coordinate, then nominate this young man, HUSSAIN SESAY, for care food go for me on Sunday, May 3rd, 2020. After the police then don't intimidate everybody around me, when this 19-year-old bobo care food go for me, now in the police then arrest himself and say them find picture inside in phone where immediately snap where the police then can at me house, immediately snap where the police then they interview me at CID. So for sake of that, people picking 19 years old from a college student, then come, they lock her up for 20 days in this country. Some of them things they are, when people in the authority, and then they do them, detain somebody where the law send for detain them for 72 hours, you detain them for 20 days. And then after the 20 days pass, you charge and go court, pass some kind very fatuous charge. Then you ask the court, say, make them deny and bail. So after they don't detain them for 20 days na CID, a 19-year-old bobo, when a food no more, he can go for me. Then detain them back na Pademba Road for 10 additional days. So, and detain them for a total of 30 days inside this country. People then they watch such advantage will be. People them for political and other reasons, they not do what they're supposed to do for that body that 10 day. Traumatize that young man day just because he care food go for Dr. Sylvia Blyden na CID. Ladies and gentlemen, that was exactly 1 year ago when they arrest people picking for where care food go for me. Once again, also exactly 1 year ago, 9 Assistant Inspector General of Police Brian Majah, that same day he realized say they normally don't do the legal arrest of me for 3 days. So basically, na kidnap them, they don't kidnap me from my house. Go na then sell, outside then go try for emotionally traumatize me. Now 1 year ago, now AIG Brian Majah make them do a formal arrest of me, read me rights out to me, and tell me why make they arrest me. All of the illegal actions they happen in this country because with democracy not the function how it for function. I don't talk on times without number. Say the main opposition party and even the other smaller opposition parties them, then priorities them for sustained democracy is not correct. Then priorities then so mixed up. Where they bring me now to the next issue there. It concerns this young man, Nabo. You see, fellow Sierra Leoneans, before I come to this young man, Nabo, I can recount to una today something will happen in August 2016. That time I'm in cabinet minister. Over the years, don't build a very strong relationship with young people in a Koinadugu district. And so because of that, they can see me as a mentor, as a mother figure where they can reach out to. So on this day in August 2016, the then youth chairman for Koinadugu district, and they call him Pajimi, and some of the other youth leaders then call me frantically from Koinadugu. Then say police don't kill 2 of the young people then at Koinadugu. And the youths then don't go on the rampage na Koinadugu. The youths then don't even, they don't go out of control now. In the Pajimi not able to control them anymore. The next contact I get from me tell her now say try for calm the situation down. The next contacts I get now from her, he say him and all the youth leaders them, they don't escape from Koinadugu. Some don't run go na them village, the bush side them. But in particular, he don't run go Guinea. He don't cross the border, he don't go Guinea. Because at that point in time now, the youths them don't go burn down the house of the police chief na the district. They may also don't damage a lot of government offices them. And they were basically on a rampage. What do you mean cause the problem? That means some misinformation about a campus, a college where they may suppose for get an institute na Koinadugu, where they say then they plan for move on Koinadugu for go na another district. So the youth them felt offended and then called big meeting na the youth center na Kabbalah town. Now the meeting then the policeman then go for disperse the meeting right inside the youth's their own center. In the process for try for disperse the meeting, confusion come out, youths then rampage, the policeman then fire a live bullet, and at least, in fact, 2 youths then die. So looking up to me as a mother figure, the Pajimi, when the district youth chairman, he called me where they reach now na Guinea. He said, Mommy, we're afraid for come back na Sierra Leone. Because the way the youths then go on the rampage, we're scared for come back. So him and all the youth leaders, they all man run away, come out Kabbalah. And these were youth leaders from all over the district. Outside and they call Falaba and Koinadugu now. Youths them come out for this meeting from far away from Outside and Falaba, they all come. So when this confusion be, they all run out of Koinadugu. Go na Guinea, Uda go na the remote village, or man go hide. Now the tension they on, it was very tense. At that time, they mean a cabinet minister. Naturally, as a cabinet minister, I was then the Minister of Social Welfare, Gender and Children's Affairs. I'm not going to come out and publicly denounce the police because looking at what may happen, that the police then go fend the youths then plaba that 10 day. Because the youths them they inside the youth center where the police go inside there for scatter the meeting. But as a cabinet minister, I'm not able to come out and condemn the police. And what you end up to see again is we young people them don't so afraid that they get for run. Some man don't even go na Guinea because the youth leader that in the Pajimi may run go take inside Guinea. So I got involved now behind the scenes. I engaged the Inspector General of Police. I say IG because I don't talk to Pajimi and the other youths them. And based on the feedback, in fact, when they even called me first, it was clear that the situation go out of their hands, and then not only part of the youths then we go do this rampage, we burn the LUC in house, we made the broke government offices, that the youths man and come out in their hand, the rest of the youths there, but not them, the leadership. So Pa Jimmy assured me from in location at Guinea, he said, Mommy, definitely I was not involved in that particular confusion day. Definitely me and my youth leaders them. He said, but now we, the police, and they hunt for now. He said, because the police say now we are the youth leaders them. So I called the then Inspector General of Police, we na IG Munu. I said, IG, I said, then why are now picking them? Then they now na bush, some man don't go hide na bush. Some man don't cross, don't go Guinea, don't go hide na Guinea. It is not a healthy situation for this country. For me who get young, abled people, then they hide in a bush, or they don't cross go Guinea. Then young man ya don't assure me say, they want come home. But then they afraid, waiting the police go do to them. The people don't listen this story, or na reason make they tell you this story this night. The young man and say, they want come, but then they afraid waiting the police go do to them. This now, what they tell us, so now about 2 weeks after the incident of the youths that were then killed, the burning of the LUC in house, this was about 2 weeks after Pa Jimmy, them, they don't dey out in a bush, Uda dey na Guinea, Uda dey na bush, all the youth leaders, them, all of them, dozens, all mommy don't go hide. So I tell Inspector General of Police, IG Monu, I say, IG, I say, this is not healthy for our country. These are the future leaders of Koinadugu district. They're all done away. And these are people, then some of them gainfully employed, some of them are students. Now then they insist, say, not to them take part in the rioting will happen, the burn with them burn the policeman in house, they broke with them broke government windows, them because they damage a lot of government buildings, then that way they don't kill them. I said, so if then they give that assurance, they want to come home. But then they're afraid what you officer will do them. I said, so we need to work out a solution. So now IG Munu say, well, if me give guarantee, say the young man and go come, and the young man and say, they not me involved, no eyewitness, no they will go point at them, the Pa Jimmy and the other youth leaders, then say that them will go do this devastation then. He said, let them come. That's okay, IG, let make a three-way call. Me, you, and the youth leader them, let we talk. So Pa Jimmy may get a number now in Guinea. I call Pa Jimmy in Guinea. I call the IG, the Inspector General of Police at the other line, meeting at the line, so we get three-way conversation. Pa Jimmy and the other youth leader, the women, they would now, because they run way across go inside Guinea. And IG Munu with me at the line, we talk. So IG Munu tell them. He said, "Una come home." He said, "I need a promise to say we'll not go investigate now. We will definitely investigate now. But if una assured that not to una do them damage, yeah, then una not get nothing for fear." He said, Dr. Blyden then at the line, now one old cabinet minister, he don't go na the assurance. He said, "Una come, nobody no go beat una." Because the youths them are afraid. So they'll come maltreat them, they go physically malhandle them. Okay. So we'll work the proceedings now. The other one them back with me in a distant village them. Whether we will send message to them, tell them say una come back, una come let them come, una come straight to the police station at Kabbalah. So they all come, Pa Jimmy cross from Guinea, all the youth leaders, and they all come back inside Koinadugu town. Inside Kabbalah town. The reason why I make a mimi get for Duam, there were other ministers from Koinadugu, but they be hesitant for get involved for show them face because it's like they know I made them misinterpret saying that they send the bobo them for go do what the bobo them do. Whereas me being from Freetown, nobody know will say that me send Koinadugu bobo them for go misbehave or run around. So it was very easy for me for get involved, get the youths them for come back na Kabbalah, and indeed then come back na Kabbalah. When they come back, then go straight to the police station. I mean, they monitor them, tell them cross, tell them inside, tell them reach, me and IG Munud. We work with them, take them kind of the station, and can report to themselves. So when they report to themselves, just like how IG Monumin say, then begin do investigations. But you see, my people, one thing I'm very proud of myself is that when I see any side advantage against a fellow Sierra Leonean, who are able to intervene, especially when they abuse anybody in human rights, I'm very proud that I have never kept silent. Even if I dey within government, like how they explained to us so for the first time today, for people then for know the role I play for the Kabbalah, Koinadugu, Falaba youths them, for safely come out of bush, safely come out Guinea and come back home. And ensure that their human rights were protected. So then come, other than mama can sign for them, he can sign for them, other than papa can sign, other than chief can sign for them, because everybody had to have people for sign for them. Now, the day after, Pa Jimmy, because I'm supposed to carry reports at the police station. Pa Jimmy came at the police station. And they called me, and I was very late in the evening. Now he called me back. He said, Doc, if I know he said, Doc, he can call me mommy. He said, Mommy, he said, something looks strange. He said, when I come, the policeman did not agree allow me for go back. That's okay. I said, wait, I said something and investigate something. Because me always ask him, say, until you sure say, you know, some part of the people that will go burn old sway, broke government building, and me always assure me, say he was not a part of it. So I said, well, wait, I said, they must again. So I continue to do what they do. After a while, now he called me, say, hey, he said, Mommy, the policeman don't put me in the motor car, I can't in the car with me, so he said, they bring me can free tongue. So, ladies and gentlemen, what thing happened? In that process where I know they call names here, I just can't expel naming names. In that process, we made a try for soften situation, reduce the tension, reduce the youths them bad blood for police and try to get people them for resolve peacefully. You get a group of other people then women they inside that APC government women they as minister. Where then go push certain buttons then sat inside, I deliberately not they call names. And go pump say if the government allow them youths them there, not for be disciplined, not for be molested, not for be reduced, for where they go attack government structures, then that means that government now weak government. So whilst me they work for create a conducive, proper police investigation, then don't go inside now other quarters, say them for maltreat Pa Jimmy. If they not maltreat Pa Jimmy, if they not use strong harm Panam, then better not go there. The government authority would be weak inside Kabbalah and Koinadugu. So then go take Pa Jimmy now from Koinadugu, drive with Ankana CID na Freetown, then can lock her up na CID. For please certain people them, women get power that 10 day. And them in belief say that them power, therefore abuse them against a young man, we happen for be the youth, the district and youth leader. So then can them bring Ankana CID. Keep on the 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, take past 1 week. Where the law said at 72 hours you for detain somebody. And you had people in that government that I was serving in, where been believe say them for suppress, oppress Pa Jimmy in rights as a way for teach them lesson. Say authority in a within a power or for teach them lesson. So then keep on there. The youths they now from Koinadugu, they call me. But you know when somebody get blessing, like any other person now, the youths them for don't begin look me suspicious. Like for saying a trap I say for just make Pa Jimmy come out Guinea, where can out then can get around care and go down na Freetown, go look on a CID. But because over the years they don't know say me a person we're very decent, they not ever vex for me. Then just say, Mommy, we understand. But then begin worrying now, see then they get information, see then they touch up Pa Jimmy in a CID. So So then as a cabinet minister, imagine me na one minister, I go na CID. I call IG Munufos. You know, he was so uncomfortable because he know what him don't tell me, what me and the youths them, he don't talk with the youths them, then a Guinea, with them he run away. And then so, but you see now saying that others from above kind of situation. So now I say, well, doc, he say, no, he say, nothing not do it. Because I call him, I say, the youths them, they coming from Koinadugu. Then say, then youth leader on the torture and a CID. Now I say, no, nothing not do it. That's well, I want for see the bobo. If you not say nothing not do pa Jimmy, I want for see pa Jimmy. So now I say, okay, let me go down na CID. So as a cabinet minister, I left my office, I can na CID, I can't check on Pa Jimmy. I mean, lost weight small, but he was in good spirits. I asked how they do, I gave him some money. He say, we need some assistance for him partner na Koinadugu. I make sure say I send money back again, go up there for take care of them small issues then they. But he was in good spirits. Eventually, after they don't please themselves, the people the way me want for show say they get authority. You know, the law says 72 hours. Now you the old person for. They don't please themselves now. They don't hold the bobo more than 1 week, going to 2 weeks. Now CID detain and they don't please themselves now. They release for Jimmy without any charge. Because it's like they don't show say now we, you know, are we then a power, now we got authority. Any youth way misbehave, we so. Now, despite all waiting and do, at the end of the day, I don't believe say it serve any purpose. In fact, waiting kind of they happen safe, they may get for end up the bell that body they will come on board for assist with party and all and become very active. Now, let's come to waiting they happen now, Nabo. You see, the people them back then in 2016, women they flex the muscle and the Koinadugu youths them, they flex the muscle and Pa Jimmy and the other one them. They're no longer in a power. None of them are in a power anymore. Even the Inspector General of Police that is no longer Inspector General of Police. Power is transient. Today you get power, tomorrow you not get power. Power also now God get them. Where God lent you power, not for abuse them. Because tomorrow when you not get power anymore, you then reflect back on how you abuse your power. Because you may feel to say you so powerful that 10 day. Other than this young man for can't challenge your authority na Koinadugu that 10 day, and you just feel that you're so powerful. Now the same thing that happen right now na Bo. It is so unfortunate. It's so painful for see with constitution they say 72 hours. Now you dey hold somebody for questioning. Except if na murder or capital offense, or lifetime offense, or environmental or financial crimes, 72 hours. May people them, like tell you now about this young man in detention, and me own role and knowledge in waiting happen. Because I listened to that Ernest by Koroma in Poppy, na Holland. 2 days now, it cost me, but Ernest Koroma, I want you for listening me this net. Take note, you Poppy, until don't begin back. Take note, and it's by Koroma, I'm going to handle you for you Poppy. But I'll come back to Bo. So I see how they broadcast all sorts of things them about this situation at Bo, this unveiling thing around the young man Michael MANSARAY with them all. About the role we may play and all of that. And you see, like, explain to people. Me, any side way or anything we go bring peace, stability, unity, and a conducive environment for Sierra Leone for develop. You go see me there. Any side we go bring tension, instability, violence, you no go ever see me there. Because I don't believe in that. First of all, the kind sense where God give me. Iboku te iboku. The intelligence what I get. Iboku te iboku. So I don't feel say I need for use muscle for faith. I dey use my brains for faith. So any side wey go bring peace, stability, unity, love inside this country, you go see Sylvia Blyden there. So coming to this young man Abo, we all watch the video. Who said then they go get at this young man? You know wear close. The way somebody they talk say, you know they wear close, you know they get close. Like go so like I mean like 5.1 gram person. That's not how even how you arrest somebody. Then they bundle up. This is all contrary to law. Put on a motorcar, inside the motorcar, you see them, they torture them, then they move with the motorcar recklessly. Everybody got worried. Me SESAY got worried. I not sabi this young man, this Michael, but as a human being, as a patriot, as a human rights activist, I was moved. Especially when I remember what happened to me SESAY where bossy can just can't take you now you scare you will go lock you up. So now me the edit Awareness Times right now because the editor in handful up on one or two other things. And so now me the act as editor. So in my capacity as acting editor on Awareness Times, I begin investigate. They ask the government and ask police people them about this young man. Where is he? Do you know where he is? Who said then carry this bobo go? We need for know. And for 2 days, nobody not able to give me answer. Nobody. So on Friday, I produced an Awareness Times edition on Friday the 30th, 2 days after the bobo was kidnapped, where we put the photos and we put the report of the story. And of course, we make this thing say, if this bobo, because I think the Ola now is like, what he talk na this video, na in the Ola for, then they make a mockery of the repeal where His Excellency don't do of the criminal libel laws. So immediately when the newspaper come out, the same people that were I mean they try for contact before, where me they balance for answer. Now the same one contact me back say no, the bobo they alive, nothing not do am. In fact, it's in a police custody. Then they question them. So immediately now call we APC comrades and Abo. I said then say this bobo dey na police custody. Una go check if he dey na Bo police station and say he dey with the AIG. Indeed, comrades then go check and then confirm say yes he did it. And then give feedback say the AIG say, then they question the bobo based on allegations the way they make against the bobo. But then go release the bobo within the legal 72 hours time frame. And that 72 hours day, now this weekend we don't pass, so now the 72 hours done. Now, as that information they come out, what next we see picture of somebody in the body all over social media. They say that the bobo then don't kill. So of course we are call again the APC comrades and Abo. And they assure me, say, no, far from it. And say, look, we just come out to the bobo self. They in good spirits, they smile, they laugh. Nobody not kill them, they alive. Now, as I don't tell you that me, whether not before, behind the scenes, so, whether publicly, anything for peace, anything for stability, anything for get with country for day on a stable and conducive environment. When I only under such an environment, we go able for develop a country. I go do am. So when I see say tension mean they rise, say they don't kill the bobo, and we don't get assurance from no less a person than the AIG of Southern Province himself that he go hand over the bobo, then go for can sign for the bobo within the legitimate constitutional 72 hours time frame. I realize I get a duty for use the platform where God give me for reassure people say this bobo they alive, he is well, he dey in police custody, nobody not kill him, and then go hand that over to in APC comrades the way go sign for him. Me people they are not feel say I do bad though. For make an by Koroma they send this in poppy now for try for use them as an excuse now for say wait to make me do this. Now because President Madabio they pay me money for come they work for them. I have said this before and I will say it again. I have no business with President Madabio. I have no business with anybody in this government. None at all. Me and they not get no such. We they meet now WhatsApp, then WhatsApp groups. Or we talk by PV if something I want for cross-check information. I not get connection with them. I don't have any communication with them. Me not to SLPP. I have never been SLPP in my life. So for me, people then they persist, especially honest by Koroma, for they persistently they allow in Poppy, for they come and blackmail me on social media, I think it's unfortunate. And make I also use this opportunity now for talk to this government. I take me time for explain how they abuse the right of Pajimi, the Koinadugu district youth leader, under we own government. Wetin una they do so now to that young man in a bow? For Olam beyond 72 hours. It's not good for this country. Una not they help we na this country. Una they create unnecessary bad blood where we don't need na this country. That young man should have been granted bail within 72 hours. No matter what he do, I know. Say you get powerful people them. When they push now, say the bobo, if fitia the president, or the bobo, he wear black and talk about this and talk about that. So for sake of that, let we show and say that we get power. But it is wrong. It was wrong under the APC, and it is wrong under the SLPP. If the law says somebody na 72 hours no more for all for, no all person more than 72 hours. Una they create bad blood in this society. Needless bad blood when not necessary. This country don't suffer so much. It is enough at the hands of politicians abusing the authority. Maybe the president mother be yourself una feel say where una might feel say na him go they happy where una they detain somebody beyond 72 hours. Maybe for all una know, maybe the man not even support such arrests. Maybe the man not even support such orders from above. Whosoever are the person where they believe say after the AIG don't give in word to APC comrades then say, then they investigate the man on allegations, but within the constitutional 72 hours, then go hand them over. Then when they want to go, they come to the police station. I don't see any reason why this man for still there in police custody. Una they create bad blood when not necessary in this country. It happened in the last government. Some of us protested in our own quiet ways behind the scenes. We cannot sit now and watch una they abuse authority. Una abuse me on human rights. You arrested me for 22 days when na only 72 hours, 3 days una for all me for. And I cannot sit quiet and watch una they abuse other people then rights them in this country. I keep quiet. So if not for that, me efforts for the raise the issues they are. Now they upset some people the way then seem for want war na the country, then seem for want tension na the country, then I am sorry. I have always been for peace. I don't work for peace na this country. I stand for peace and I will always stand for peace. I will always stand for constitutional order. So on that note, the dear I appeal again to whosoever another person where they inside this government, we feel to say that they term this for them for flex their muscle and teach that bobo a lesson. Dear, na abuse una the abuse una authority. And when power will left una tomorrow, like how power don't left we now na the APC, where would you be? Was it worth it? Una they detain somebody now, molest the person under circumstances, then they say the condition under which they detain the bobo right now not pleasant. Ask yourself, when power go left for that, and indeed, power would one day leave you, because power is transient. Today na you, tomorrow na another person. You reflect and you ask yourself, was it all worth it? You abuse somebody in rights right now? It's more than 72 hours when I still detain the person for a video where the person do. Does Sierra Leone deserve this at this point in time? No, we don't. And even una the SLPP supporters, una not the help, not to sue for help. Una leader say in don't repeal criminal libel laws. Today is World Press Freedom Day, where the whole world they praise Sierra Leone, say now there is freedom for people them for talking at the country. Una not the help by doing some of them things here where una they do. The way where the world they now, not to like how the world mean they first time. These news spread very fast. And in as much as we get a very incompetent opposition right now, where the leadership they under blackmail, the only thing they're able to do now for send people then for the cause, mammy cause. In as much as we get an incompetent opposition leadership, but trust me that the world not blind. And some of what una they do so not helpful, even to una young cause. In the name of God and in the name of a constitution, una release that young man, he don't pass 72 hours. On that note there, I will end tonight's broadcast by playing with national anthem in tune. For make una they listen the tune, reflect on the words of what we can sing for the land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Let God bless we all. Amen.